Cayman S.
Yes, it's 2014 Porsche Cayman S. And this is the first year we'll be driving this Cayman in the winter.
What do you think will be the difference between this Porsche Cayman and your 987 that you had previously?
Well, the 987 that I had 245 horsepower, which is a base Cayman, and this is a Cayman S, so this has 325. So I think that will be a big factor in the winter, because, believe it or not, in the winter, power is not your friend. It makes it fun to go, like, fast, but it does not make it fun for, driving it around corners without sliding.
So we currently have a laughable amount of snow for northern Minnesota.
Yeah, we're just after the first big snowfall, and we are gonna get how many feet more?
Roughly 100 inches is what we're gonna be. So this car, being a Cayman S with Sport Plus, you are 20 millimeters lower than your previous Cayman, roughly.
Yep.
Right? Which, to all you Americans, is 0.8 inches.
And we're 20 millimeters lower because this is a Cayman S and it has PASM, so it's even lower from the factory.
Which makes it look really good, but could prove to be a little bit troublesome on some of the snow days that we get here.
Yeah, we're looking at right about 5 inches of snow. That is not my biggest concern, though. I'm more concerned about the luxuries and niceties that this car has compared to my other one, which, believe it or not, my other one had more.
So what do you mean?
I mean heated seats. It is 20 degrees out, and the
Well, so here's the deal. You just have your butt warming up. We could pay an official butt warmer, seat warmer, whatever.
Okay.
That just sits in your car.
It's, believe it or not, if you've had a car with heated seats, to go backwards and not have heated seats, but then expect to drive it in 20-degree weather, and lower in our case, it's pretty nice to have them, and then you lose them and you miss them a lot.
I remember saying when you were contemplating getting this car that it's not that big of a deal, which it isn't, because now we've been in the car for 20 minutes and
so
the cab is just fine. But it is that first 20 minutes that makes the car feel quite a bit colder than it needs to. And I just think that is one of those creature comforts. I believe that you can definitely live without a heated steering wheel, but heated seats in northern Minnesota especially is probably something that you definitely want to check the box for. Let's talk about why this car is so good in the winter.
It has to do a lot with the tires that we have fitted to this car.
So we got Bridgestone Blizzaks on this bad boy, and you cannot drive a mid-engine sports car without winter tires on. In fact,
you have to have winter tires to get through any snow, from my experience.
I do believe that it should almost be a law in states that snow a lot to have winter tires, because it saves a ton of anxiety driving down the road.
You know, you're all dirty now and you're gonna get in my car.
A lot of people wonder why in the world we would drive a exotic sports car in the winter.
It's a great question, and I've been seeing a lot of people on the different groups on social media that I follow that are talking about putting away their Porsche Caymans, because I follow a lot of them. I own one. And good for them for putting them away and making sure that they're nice and neat and whatnot. It's going to hold its value a lot better than mine, but it's way more fun to drive it in the winter.
Here's what I found. I had a 71 911T.
Okay.
Drastic example, because I wouldn't drive that in a northern Minnesota
you
winter.
would. If you had it today, you would.
But what I found is I took such good care of that car. I feel like I lost
the
out.
G-forces.
I feel like I lost out on a lot of enjoyment of it.
Yep.
Because I treated it like it was a trophy. Let me get into a good rev range so we can talk. I love this new 5-speed exhaust, but you gotta drive at in 6th gear a lot of the times.
Well, it drones at certain RPMs, which you can play with the gears and select a gear that doesn't drone.
I feel like I wasted time with my 911.
Yep.
Right?
So you need to buy another one.
I also feel like if you drive a car all the time, you are going to have less maintenance headaches.
Probably.
Because a car is designed to drive, it's not designed to sit on a shelf unless it's a Matchbox. This is much bigger than a Matchbox car.
It sounds a lot better too.
You have had Blizzaks on your old Cayman.
Yep.
You also had Hakkapelitas.
Yep.
Right?
Nokian Hakkapelitas.
Both of them were the same.
They were both very aggressive winter tires that worked well in the snow. Oof. They're not supposed to do this.
I'm just checking out the balance of the car.
Oh.
It feels pretty good.
Does it?
The tires are sticky.
I'm gonna see you guys outside because I need to get out of this car. What are you doing? Stop. No, I don't want...
It's winter time.
Oh, the snow only went on you. That's what matters. I thought you were gonna throw the snow on me and I was gonna be upset.
As I look at your Porsche Cayman in the snow, I can't help but wonder why in the world people wouldn't do that. It's not because of safety. It's solely because people think that they are more of a trophy than they are a daily driving sports car. And that is not how Ferdinand Porsche designed Porsches to be.
Is that so?
Yeah. I heard that on a interview that he did. It's really in the archives, so you're probably not going to be able to find it, but just trust me.
In all reality, this car is amazing in the winter so far, and we're going to keep you up to date on that throughout this winter. We are going to make sure to drive it in an actual winter storm where we get like snow. Like it's snowing right now, but that doesn't count.
We're more like flurries.
Yes. So we're going to get some real snow, record it for you guys, and drive the car in that weather so you can actually see that this car is capable of doing what you think is impossible.
Do you think this Cayman is going to be better than your 987?
I'm a little scared. This
Because
one has
of the
height and more power. It's got a lot more power, and overall, they did redo the chassis for this generation, and it looks way better, but the problem is I think it might be slightly more rigid, causing a little bit of twitchiness.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to stay tuned, but for now, I'm going to go back in and warm up.
Yeah, my hand's getting cold. So that sounds good. I'm noticing that we forgot to do our ending where we say like, comment, and subscribe, and we need to do a high five.
Oh, there we go.
Make sure to tune in next week for whatever mischief we get up to.